Whomp. We hungry on money purposes. You know, that's some 010, late 2009, around that era. You know, when niggas was making their little clicks and all that type of shit. These is niggas from the heights. Poopy from the manors. 40, you know, which is Poopy. She, freedom niggas. I'm talking Mo, DJ Jada once upon a time, and he passed. Lil DT, Kerm, a lot of niggas, you know, but they Kerm, you know, so people want to know, like, how starz even became in the North. But going back, you know, niggas from the Heights wasn't okay with that. They wasn't fucking with starz like I said, and last whole year ago. You feel me? Starz wasn't a North thing, period. That's Southside gang. And, you know, and just based on neighborhoods, niggas didn't fuck with them. But it took individuals, you know, some popular niggas, and, you know, they built their own shit. We hungry on money purposes, Whomp. Then became Whomp Starz, Whomp Fam, however you want to look at it. And, you know, and they gradually was fucking with niggas from the South. Juvenile Hall, you know, Boys Ranch type shit. Girls school, all that shit. Cause, you know, the Heights niggas didn't fuck with Oak Park like that. You know, it wasn't, and that's even to go old school, they already had a beef there, so they just didn't fuck with each other as we came up. But, you know, it was a lot of Oak Park niggas, a lot of Fab members and all that shit in the Juvenile Hall system. So, you know, gradually niggas became friends, and that's who they programmed with in the Juvenile Hall system against Fab niggas, because they was deep as hell. The starz was having numbers and shit, and it was the Heights. But like I said, this at the time as cliques is forming, so niggas was already having allies. Little do a lot of people know. But we used to walk through the Heights, you feel me? And niggas from the Heights used to think we was from Whomp and all that type of shit, just from a distance, like blocks away, and be like, you know, blank the South, or nigga, blank Whomp, woo, woo, woo. Cause, you know, they beefed anyway. You know, they had a little beef, cause, you know, it's niggas from the Heights fucking with niggas from the starz, and it could go beyond that, you know. Just based on certain individuals beefing with certain individuals, niggas fighting at parties and all type of shit. But, you know, Whomp Starz, you know, had a lot of real niggas that's from starz and viable players, you feel me, from starz that was part of Whomp. And them niggas used to hang out together. Nigga, them niggas used to hit, nigga, real licks. You feel me? That's the type of shit them niggas was on. Everybody was on. Early 2000s, mid 2000s, I mean. You feel me? 2010, 2009, 8, up until like 11 and shit. Niggas was hitting licks. That's how niggas was making a living in the streets. Young niggas. It wasn't a dope game. It was the lick game. Burglaries. You feel me? 459s, 211s and shit. Robberies and all that type of shit. That's the type of shit we was on as little niggas, teenagers. Multiple juvenile stints for burglaries and robberies, and, you know, niggas wasn't getting hella time. Slap on the wrist. Boys Ranch program, 3 months, 6 months. You know, niggas in there fighting and shit get refouled on. ROP programs, girls school, niggas getting sent away, niggas going to group homes and hella shit. Niggas was just badass kids. But, you know, Whomp Starz, that's what brought starz to the North, for real. You know, No Good and niggas like that. Niggas, that's factors, you know. And they were just fucking with hella niggas. Niggas would go to parties. Niggas would crash parties hella deep, slide in there and be fucking with niggas. And it was just lit. Them was really good times, because, like, niggas wasn't just getting smoked left and right just because of where you from. You know, it was teen club era. You feel me? Teen club era where niggas was in the teen club, with all hoods in teen clubs from the south to the north. Them motherfuckers was getting shot up too though, but it wasn't like just going for a single person. You know, motherfuckers would just be the wild niggas outside. You know, just shoot the shit up. You know, all type of shit was going on back then. But a lot of people forget or, you know, just don't know, like I always say. But Whomp Starz was a big thing. And niggas knew of them niggas. You know, it might have started in boys' ranch. It might have started in juvenile hall. But from the streets and into the juvenile system and all that shit, because that's all niggas used to do is go to jail, go to juvenile hall, go to boys' ranch, and all that shit, and be fighting and all that. Because even when I was in a boys' ranch, like, you know, the segregation was, you know, there, and niggas was cool with who they was cool with, but all it took was certain niggas to come in, and niggas, all that shit ended. Like, niggas wasn't cool with niggas, and niggas would go up and, you know, not be talking to niggas like usual. Nigga RP Tay money, you feel me? And all that type of shit. But Whomp, man, WHOMP, them niggas brought that star shit to the north for sure. You know, and then it was a point of time the niggas from the Heights wasn't feeling that shit. Like I said, it go back all the way into the South versus North type shit. You know, niggas just vibed was a little different. Niggas just moved different. And it just, you know, that's back in them times, niggas wasn't just linking with hella groups and involving hella other niggas in other people politics, coming into North politics and South politics and all that type of shit. It wasn't no big, even though niggas from the North was becoming like, a lot of niggas was Whomp Starz and all that shit, but it wasn't like no big old rivalry like they would call it now. Like how they alleging that it's, you know, Manners in the P versus Heights and the Stars and 30s, whatever, you feel me? It wasn't that back then, you know. It was still niggas individual hoods versus they hoods. But that right there just changed a lot of shit in the clique culture, I would say. I won't just say this the whole gang culture, but the clique culture. But yeah, man, this is part 1, Sacramento Street Wars. Y'all see that? You feel me? See the logo, nigga?